Section 6.1, number 57, we're asked for this function f of x and this function g of x. Let's prove that g of x is actually the inverse of f of x, and we're going to use composition to do that. So that has two parts. First, we have to do f composed with g of x to find out that that equals x. And let's do, in blue, g of f of x will also give us f. So we're showing that f undoes g and g undoes f. So they should they both work on each other. So let's do g of f first. So that's g of f of x, which means every time I'm going to rewrite g, and every time I see an x, I'm going to fill it in with that function f of x. So g of x equals x cubed minus 5. But instead of x, I'm going to write whatever f of x is. So g of f of x equals that f of x cubed minus 5, and f of x is this guy. So that's cubed root of x plus 5. So the first step is to cube that, so now I can just evaluate. So I'm going to go back to blue, and I'm going to evaluate this. So a cubed root cubed gives me just the x plus 5 out, and I have the minus 5 left. And then so I kind of have this, but I can switch those parentheses, right? And now I have 5x plus 0, which equals x. So g of f of x is x. Good job. Next step is to find the other way around. So let's start with purple this time. And we want to get f of g of x equal to x also. So the f function has our cubed root of the x plus 5. So if f of x equals this, and I want to replace this guy with f of x. I'm sorry, g of x. So the only thing I'm replacing is that x with g of x. So this x becomes g of x. So that equals the cubed root of g of x plus 5. I'm just going to fill in what g of x is, which is x cubed minus 5. Sorry, I should have done that in blue. X cubed minus 5. Okay. So it looks like we need to do some evaluating inside the radical first. So I'll stay inside the radical, and I see x. I'm going to move my parentheses around because addition is associative. So I can change the order of this so that my parentheses are like this. And then negative 5 plus 5 gives me 0. And this is really like a plus negative 5. So this gives me cubed root of x cubed, which of course is x. So that is my function inverse proven.